I'd never experienced anything like this before, and I think most people haven't. So say that you're sitting in your kitchen eating a late breakfast, reading the Sunday paper, and you see the rain's been coming and coming, and you've heard the weather reports that it's supposed to be a horrific rain, and there'll probably be flooding some places. But where you live is never flooded before, so you keep reading, you keep drinking coffee and whatever. And this goes on for several hours until suddenly outside your door you hear megaphones going around saying, evacuate, evacuate, you must get out now, the flood is here. You can't believe what you're seeing. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. The roads are just still a mess, even though they've done a lot of cleanup. There are logs everywhere. There are swing sets wrapped up around trees. There are garages that were behind houses. Devastation beyond what you can imagine. And of course, the first question is, what now? How in the world am I going to just recover from this? What do I do? Where do I turn? People immediately started coming to people's rescue and to help. This is big, and it's going to go on for a long time. We're going to have to start thinking long term and doing something to plan for long term. And that essentially is how SALT evolved. Over 2,000 homes were reported to FEMA in terms of need and having been severely or affected at least by the flooding. Well over 40,000 volunteers in several years' time, those first few years. We leveraged about $7 million in donations along with materials and all this volunteer time to create well over $17 million worth of value in terms of rebuilt homes and businesses. We've talked a lot about rebuilding this afternoon, and of course that's the first thing that you notice and has to be taken care of for people's safety and health and well-being. But just rebuilding buildings, be it houses or offices or businesses, whatever, that doesn't make a community. So you move and phase into not only rebuilding structures, but other aspects of community development and community building. One of the things that we have done all along is case management to help people process through all the different levels required to affect their recovery. And to provide as well, we've provided care management, helping people emotionally process through. Really, economic renewal is what we're looking at. Finding ways to help communities continue to have opportunities and create more resources and to take advantage of resources. And the more confidence individuals have going forward, and truly we will be better able to handle whatever the next disaster that comes. All these things lead into communities that are overall much stronger, more resilient, thriving, vibrant, and that's where we are. We're into this next phase of recovery. The one thing that really ties our communities together all the way is the creek. And so we have revitalized this idea of a trail, a multi-use trail that runs from Esperance down or up, depending on how you look at it, but along the creek, essentially to at least North Blenheim. And so if you think about it, it's looking at the creek as a valuable asset and not a negative source of fear. How we can take that asset and maximize it so that the vast majority of the county benefits. SALT from the beginning has been about the people of this area. And that's what we always will be. We have to be, or there's no point in our existence. And this is just another way that we can maximize opportunities and resources and make this a place where people more and more want to be, want to live, and feel confident and comfortable living here.